I'm interviewing the band Blood Grooves. What a cool band. This is Power and Pounders. I'm your host, Coran Antigua. And I got the guys sitting here. So just tell me a little bit about your band. First of all, let's go down the line. What do you guys do? What do you play? And so forth. Whoever wants to go first.
Let's go first. My name's Ryan. I'm the drummer. And Blood Groove is a sick band. It's one of my favorite bands to play.
I'm Gabe Perez. I sing and play guitar. And yeah, I love it. That's the only thing I ever want to do with my life. So please help me do that.
Okay.
I'm Noah Harder. I play bass.
And I'm just Mike, and I play guitar.
All right. So how do you guys form? I mean, today's world, forming bands and making sure everybody can play.
Yep.
You know, how did that come about? Was there auditions or what?
Not quite auditions.
Start from the beginning, from the very beginning.
I just remember meeting these two guys
Very beginning.
in middle school. You know, I've been playing guitar maybe a year, and then I met Noah first, and he blew me away on his guitar chops. Made me want to be a great guitar player. So I said, "Do you want to join a band? You know, let's start something." And he said, "Yeah." So
That's how I used to start.
Play guitar.
If you want to jam a little bit, and here we are.
In the garage for a couple of years.
Dude, we used to piss off our neighbors. We used to piss off my neighbors at an apartment building I used to live in, because we'd have our little combo amps turned up like way too loud.
Yeah.
Just shake the whole building.
Yeah, little line sixes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Line sixes. Yeah, the line six combos. Oh my god.
So you guys met in high school, or was it just
Yeah,
kind
in high
of
school.
neighborhood type of thing?
Yeah, well, kind of both.
Yeah.
He's yeah, it's both. Neighborhood, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
And we were not too far apart in grades.
Okay.
And then, yeah, after a couple of years of that, I met Mike,
Okay.
who then once again blew me away on the guitar and made me start from ground zero pretty much. And I was
Yeah.
like, man, I just want to be as good as Mike and Noah.
Yeah.
So I just hammered away at that. And I started playing with Mike more often than I played with Noah.
Yeah, we kind of split ways. I graduated high school before he did, so we kind of split ways for a while. And him and Mike started playing a lot together.
Okay.
And then fast forward a little more, he was like, "You want to join the band as a bass player?" And I was like, "I'm very down."
Yeah, yeah.
And then there was another gentleman who we won't talk about who wanted to jam with me, and I was like, I'm too busy, but hit up Gabe, and then they started kind of jamming and trying to do music, but that guy kind of fell out of it, which luckily he did. But I brought Ryan into the picture. So it was me, Gabe, and Ryan, kind of during COVID, but mostly just Gabe and Ryan. And then Noah decided, like, hey man, I want to join a band again. So once everything kind of happened, we just made it happen.
Now, before he speaks, it's important that he said he graduated from high school, because that's we got to put that out there. So you guys got to graduate from high school before you become before you become a musician.
Barely.
Do the work and play the music.
Do the work and play the music. Exactly. All right. Yeah, we definitely got to get that out there.
But me and this guy started jamming during the COVID year. I was playing with some other guy in another band, and we wanted to start another project. We hit this guy up, the three of us started jamming, and like Mike said, that guy fell out, that band broke up, but we kept jamming, we kept working on songs. And he showed me all the songs that they had when they were jamming, like high school and stuff. You've heard the songs, there's 6 songs. I heard them, I clicked with these songs immediately. I was like, yeah, we have to do this, like, you have to get those guys in here so we can make it a full-on thing. That was about, I think we started jamming as a full band like 2.5 years ago, maybe like 3 years ago. And then now here we are, like, doing our thing. We're playing tons of shows. We have an EP in the studio right now. We have merch, so we're really starting to get all that going.
Yeah, I was just going to say, who does the writing? You guys do covers, and 3-part question, who are your influences?
Oh, yeah.
Is it just across the board from classic rock to metal?
It is across the board.
Thrash metal? I mean...
I guess we'll start from the beginning. Who does most of the writing? I mean, we all contribute a lot to the writing, especially the music. I mean, I'll write a riff, and I'll get stumped, and I'll ask Mike or Ryan or Noah to help me out with it, and they do. They'll just tell me where to go or show me something they've been working on. So it's really hard to say, like, almost collaborative. Pretty much every single song has something out of one of the 4 of us. which is pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. It really is. Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't have structure, and the song really doesn't have structure until we all get together and like plan it out.
Yeah.
I mean, I come from a DJ background.
Okay.
I made music on my own for a while.
Okay.
And when we all get together and like, oh, I have this riff, Gabe will have another riff, Mike has another riff, Ryan has a whole solo for his drum thing going on, and we'll just all put that together, and it just comes out.
And just
like,
work out parts. You may come up with a drum groove and
Oh yeah.
he comes in with
into something.
heavy riff. Okay.
And as far as influences, it's kind of a mix across the board for me personally. I'm probably the odd man out, but I'm super into like the New Orleans bands like
Hey man.
Down, Crowbar.
Yeah.
But then I also do love Pantera.
Yeah.
That's a big influence, of course, across all of us.
Yeah.
But then we also have the thrash influence, a Tool, and then Deftones.
Yeah.
But for me personally, a lot of it is Power Trip, which I luckily got to see the first reunion show, however you want to word it, on Thursday, and that was amazing. Such a big job. And I think a couple of us are going to go see them again on Sunday. So it's pretty rad. That's at least my influences, but a big one is Acid Bath, Pantera, a weird mix of those is where I kind of go.
What's your favorite Pantera album?
Ooh,
it's got to be Vocal, man. It's got to be Vocal.
It's always Far Beyond Driven because it's probably one of the more aggressive albums. And it's also down-tuned and it kind of let them do their own thing. Tonally speaking, I mean, they got to do whatever they wanted. And it was great, and it was mixed pretty well. I like the remaster a bit more, just because I like the clarity, but that's probably my biggest influence when it comes to how I play.
Okay.
And then I'm going to pass it on to the rest of the guys.
In terms of influences, I mean, kind of the same thing Mikey just said. A lot of the Pantera-esque stuff. I like a lot of. There's this band called Mortal Wound that I'm like in love with. They're a more death metal band, but they bring a lot of heavy riffs into what they're doing, and they're newer on the scene, so I like them a lot. Anything from like Lamb of God, Killswitch Engage. I love all that stuff. System of a Down is my favorite band ever.
Oh man, He does a mean System of a Down vocal cover.
Okay.
I have to disagree with you.
It's subjective.
Then for me, I like, it's probably the obvious ones. Metallica, Megadeth, Judas Priest, AC/DC, Rush, Iron Maiden.
You got me back into Judas Priest.
Yeah. I mean, Priest and Pantera and Megadeth, those are like my top 3 favorite bands. Yeah, especially Pantera. I mean, every time I re-listen to Pantera, I think they're my favorite album. They're my favorite band.
I feel that.
That's about the big ones for me.
What about you, man?
I mean, in terms of metal, it's the obvious, like Nick Menza and Charlie Benante from Anthrax, like my big drum influences. Trivet Wingo from The Sword, the first 3 Sword albums, ridiculous. But it's funny because when we first started jamming, just me and Gabe, 2 of us, I was listening to a ton of Men at Work. Do you listen to Men at Work? Bro, I love that band. And
they got the flute and everything.
Now, bro. Yes, exactly. I was so into the drummer because the drummer he has so many aggressive stompy beats. I really love his stompy beats. I wanted to incorporate that consistent stomp into what we were doing. And it gave playing in this band now, it's very Pantera vibes, how the drums evolve from that. And I have a great time playing these songs. It's so much fun to play.
I was gonna say, because there's so many metal bands out there, how do you just say, you know what, let's be how original as we can.
Oh yeah.
Not try to sound like everybody else, but how do you go about that? You add different time signatures in your style, kind of like a Dream Theater.
I think the thing is that we just got lucky, the 4 of us working together, because we're all very traditional, a little bit older school metal. We're not trying to put in modern influences or change it up. We're just trying to keep it OG, keep it where it's supposed to be, and people are really resonating with that.
I mean, you get a little bit of a taste of the thing that me and Mikey are into with the Lamb of God and stuff like that. You get a little taste, but we are keeping to our roots.
Exactly.
Thrash metal.
It's just a big thing about it is we go see a couple bands, Gojira is another big influence to me that I forgot to mention, that I think we all forgot to mention. It's more of just trying to have a groove and a feel as opposed to just sitting and playing to a metronome and kind of feeling repetitive. It's more we try to just have our own groove, our own kind of flow, and our own just heavy just,
Yeah.
no matter what tuning or song we play, we just try to dial it in to where we feel that we're delivering what we want to deliver. And no matter if we upset each other or what we say, there's arguments, everything like that, doesn't matter. Because if we're writing a song and any of us don't feel like it's better than a song on the set, then I personally feel that there's no point in entertaining it. If it's not good enough to replace the song on the set, then there's no point. Like just making it finishing the song or bring it to maturity. But sometimes we've all been wrong. Sometimes we've all kind of just like set back and bit our tongue and let it kind of form and put our own spin on it, and it works out. And I think that's the biggest difference between all of us is we've been all at each other's throats, like every other band. And we've all had the best time playing live, no matter how many shows we play. We look at each other like, oh, I messed up there. Like, oh, really? I didn't notice that. But it's just more of just staying tight together, making the eye contact, and just like figuring it out.
See, that's the thing, man. I mean, when you're in a band, I've had my share. Your family. You know, if brothers fight, you know, man, that part sucks. You know, you should do something else. You know?
I mean,
and then you listen to the playback, you go. Then you listen to the album, the final mix. Oh man, that wasn't bad.
Exactly. Like, okay, it was.
It sucked at the beginning, you know, but man, when we wrote it, it's like now you listen to it, it's a hit song.
Yeah, true. So, I think something that helped us out a lot was we practiced for like 2 years before we played anybody.
I made sure we did.
Like at least once a week, maybe twice a week. We're in Ryan's studio, just going after it. Like
2 to 4 hours.
We want to be tight. We want to be like the tightest live metal band ever.
Because we would be in the studio, like it'd be like July, 110 degrees outside. There's no AC.
We're
just
sweating. That's where you separate the men from the boys.
Exactly.
Now you guys local here in the Anaheim area, or are you guys kind of spread out?
We're from like Monrovia, Pasadena area.
Oh, okay. So you're like.
That way,
way out there.
We'll play wherever we're called. If anybody wants us to play anywhere,
I was gonna say, I know you guys are pretty big in LA. Are you guys big in LA? Pretty much. You play in LA a lot.
We're getting the traction.
Yeah. You guys played the whiskey yet?
Not yet.
That's
that actually is the goal for the end of the year.
Yeah, it is, but they want so much money, so it's a little hard to get there.
Yeah,
they want so much money.
That's my next question. Moving forward, you guys got management. You're shopping. You're gonna do a CD. You're gonna do
it's kind of me and him.
Okay.
As our manager right now.
Okay. What about like recordings? You're gonna do an EP?
So I do want to give a shout out to the Skybox. Matt over at the Skybox has been a huge part of our EP. A lot of reamping, a lot of re-recording, a lot of tightening things up. Matt's been an amazing person to work with. Also want to give a shout out to Marcus over at Underpass Studios. Those two guys have been really helping us out a lot.
Is that what you guys rehearse?
We actually started with Underpass doing all the DIs and trying to get everything tightened up, and we got all that going. And then also I got our buddy Tim who's helping us tighten up drums as far as just EQing and doing a bunch of other stuff. So we do have a couple people that are just helping us out, which is a pretty big deal. We do have it's a 4-song EP right now that we're getting close to finishing up.
Hopefully coming out before September.
We're at the finish line.
Wow,
we're at the finish line. We're doing vocals, all that kind of good stuff. But it's definitely been a long time coming. But I think it's more of just all of us being really dedicated to it and making sure we want to put the best product out. And that's the reason why it's taking longer. We don't want to just throw something out and sound generic. We don't want to just start flooding everybody's feed with something that just sounds like everybody else. We want to sound like us. We don't want it to sound garagey. We want to sound produced and professional. And I do want to give a big shout out to Matt. He's been a very big part of this.
Love you, Matt.
Is he like a producer? Or?
Yeah, Matt is actually the producer engineer. He's at Skybox. He's got his own studio. He's a great dude. He's one of my personal really good friends. I've known that guy for the last 7 years, and we've definitely had a love-hate relationship, but right now it's all love, and that guy's the best.
You know, if you guys shop, once you get your EP out and stuff, Central Media and all these other European labels, I always tell up-and-coming bands, go to Europe. Go to Europe, go to Japan, go to South America. I think you guys will really do good over there as well.
South America,
especially up-and-coming bands. Go to Europe first. because they love metal. Even if you're a new band, if they like your sound,
New fresh.
they're gonna be moshing. Trust me. They're gonna mosh and you know, try to get a festival maybe this summer. I know it's hard right now with a lot of bands.
That's the goal.
Well,
You know.
I mean, I don't want to jinx anything, but we're really, really hoping to play Wasteland in Arizona this year,
Okay.
in September.
Yeah.
California.
Was it California?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's all I'm saying.
Sorry.
We're hoping we play it.
Well, there it goes. I messed it up.
So yeah, I mean, even if you guys open up a big name act, you know, hopefully you won't have to pay the act, the headliner, because that's the thing right now.
Pay to
Unfortunately,
play. And we really want the music and everything to speak for itself. We don't want to do the pay to play thing because you kind of get that name of they'll just buy onto it. So we want the music to speak for itself. We want to be pulled on, and if we do, that's awesome. If we don't, we're just going to keep drowning out until we do, until somebody gives us a chance. And I think that's the biggest goal, is just any of our influences, big or small. Like, we'll play as big an arena as we have to. We'll just suck it up and do it, or as small as a show as we'll play a bar with whoever. So anybody that needs an opener or even a closer, whatever you want to need. If you want us to push us up or down, we'll do our best.
Does
You
anybody
want to hit up the Blood Group band page, and that's kind of split between Gabe
That's like
and No.
all three of us, actually.
Okay.
You got us this show. Yeah.
So my girlfriend is the drummer for a band called Mori. They're headlining the show that we're playing tonight.
The show?
And it's cool, you know, being able to like really get in with like local bands. Honestly, like that's the most important thing, is meeting all the local bands and like ingratiating yourself into the scene. Because the only way that you can grow your initial fan base is by playing for the other band's fan base. And you know, something like that takes time. It's something that takes a few years. But I feel like we're like ahead of schedule on that. The first show we played, packed house, and like it's been the same every single show. I played in other bands. I played in other metal bands where you spend years and years grinding to get like 10, 15 people at a show. And it's like, dog, this band, first show we played, I was a little butthurt when I saw it, honestly, because I show up and it's like, bro, I've been playing for more than 10 years in the scene, and it's like, I've been trying so hard, and these guys' first show, packed. But it is a blessing being able to just, you know, people are going to show up. Like, the last show we played, people were singing our songs in the crowd. And it's like, dog, that has like legit never happened before. And I feel like we are on such a good track. We just have to keep it together, come out with this EP, and just keep going, and like really special things are going to happen.
This is only our 9th show, I think.
Oh, really? This year? Wow. Wow. Okay. Wow. So now you guys got website out,
Instagram,
and,
TikTok.
Instagram and TikTok.
TikTok.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your Instagram link? Because I can put that in there. Is the music on there as well? Or?
Well,
There's some music.
Just
on
our videos.
Kind of like a 20-second
live clips.
Teasers and stuff like that. It's
little teasers.
at Blood Groove Band.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Our Redwood show.
Oh yeah, our whole Redwood show is on YouTube. And that was a lot of fun. We did in downtown LA for Demon Candy Productions. Out in the Los Angeles area. He's rad. Jerry's.
What's the YouTube channel on that? Blood Good.
Redwood Bar and Grill. Yeah.
And it's just
Blood Groove at Redwood.
Blood Good at Redwood. Okay, I'll put that in the link too, so that way
When
people can...
when the EP drops, we're gonna do a music video for that too.
Okay.
So we're gonna have like more accessible material and content for people to come out and find. Right now, it's just
Word of mouth.
it's word of mouth right now. We're still getting everything together. You know, we're in studio right now, so we don't have too much like professional productions. But very soon, we're gonna have like everything that people are gonna want to see.
Yeah, we do have a bunch of professional pictures and stuff, but we're getting there.
All right.
You just will show up.
Yeah. Well, man, it's been great, man. Anything else you guys want to add?
Yeah, you know, at this point, it's just we're doing everything on our half. It's just up to the people to keep coming out and support us, and you know, great things are gonna happen. We appreciate all the people that come out, from you know, the people who have been there day one and they keep showing up, to the new people. We appreciate everybody. Thank you for coming. Thank you for supporting, and we're excited to show you what we have in the future.
Oh yeah.
And we got a show.
What's your next gig? I was gonna say,
Yeah, we got a show. Sorry, I'm looking it up right now.
It's okay. It's all right, man. It's all like,
We just
you
show
know,
up.
there's no script. Everything's just wrong. That's how it should be.
We got a show with Black Empathy, God Seed Demons, and Grunzy on Saturday, July 27th at the Escalante. It's in Los Angeles. It's doors open at 9 p.m. It's with Demon Candy Productions. So if anything that you want to look up on that, it's their Instagram, Demon Candy Productions.
We're headlining, right?
We are headlining that show. It'll be a lot of fun.
Okay.
Black Empathy we played with before.
They're awesome.
They're amazing. They put on the best show we've ever seen.
Yeah.
Just, other than the guys we played with tonight. I mean, they're great. It's cool. Shout out to Mori for putting us on tonight.
I did an interview for them.
Radiant Brewery, and shout out to the Lucky Effects for opening up for us.
They were sick. I did those guys. Because I told them, I said, this is the metal night, man. You guys are like the Beatles, I guess, to calm everything down.
That's the thing, is it takes a lot of courage to play outside of your genre. Like, I've played in other bands where we play outside the genre, and like it can be an intimidating thing. So shout out to them for being like a rock band playing with metal bands. Really, like, big shout out to them.
So this project is it for you guys. None of you guys are in other bands. Like, I know people that play in 2-3 bands. I mean, I don't know how they do it, man. It's like
I play in a couple different bands. Before I played in this band, I was playing in I'm wearing the shirt Solar Haze.
Okay.
I played in them with my brother since we were kids, so I was playing in them for a long time before this band. We had a record. We have a couple records out on Spotify, Solar Haze. And you know, that band does really well for itself, but this band like does really well for itself too. And it's cool because, you know, those guys, we grinded out for a long time to like get where we are. This band is hot right out of the gate. So it's cool to play different experiences, you know, playing two different kind of metal genres. The other one is like more groove, stoner metal. This one's just straight up thrash. And as a drummer, it is so nice to be able to play like just different stuff and explore different parts of yourself as a musician. It keeps everything fresh, and like honestly, when I started playing this band, like I got so much better as a drummer. Dude, playing this insane thrash, like dude, it makes a man out of you. It really does.
Now, do you guys use clicks live or use a click track when you play drums?
We all kind of just look at each other and we lock in. That's a big thing of practicing is I was one of the ones who was like, no, we're not going to just go out and play a show out the gate. I don't want to be one of those bands that just starts playing just to play. Because there's no point if you don't feel comfortable with the entire band being able to lock in, whether we mess up or not. I mean, it happens to the best of us and the worst of us. We all look at each other, we make eye contact, and we lock back in. And I think that's the biggest difference between us and a lot of up-and-coming bands is we can lock in. If any of us stop playing or we mess up, we just keep going.
You know where you are.
Whether we're making eye contact or, for me personally, I look at everybody's hands. I can't always hear everybody. Let's be real. We all play loud. We all play fast. It's more of sight and just start playing. That's the biggest thing. But for all of us, it was more of let's make sure we're tight. Let's make sure we're really grinding it out before we present ourselves. Because I didn't want anybody to see us for the first time and say, oh, they have some good songs when they play them right. I wanted it to be like, damn, I want that band to just keep on. I want to keep seeing. We have people who have shown up to every single show. We have people that are trying to book us for other gigs, and out of nowhere, which is pretty awesome. The biggest thing for us is just sounding good. That's the biggest thing. Like I make sure everybody's gear sounds good. We all lock everything in. We all just dial everything in, tighten everything up, and if anything goes wrong, man, we just make it happen. That's the biggest thing.
The amount of times you've saved me with my amp broken or my bass, my strings are gone, or my pedal board doesn't work. Mikey has saved us every time.
I must say, Michael, if it wasn't for Michael, this band probably would not exist. It probably would have just been falling apart. We got too frustrated.
He's a guitar player, and he tries to help me with my drums all the time. I'm a little too stubborn to accept help sometimes, a little too stubborn and broke. But this guy, like, he is on it with the making sure there's a professional sound, which is so important with like young up-and-coming bands. Sometimes bands will just kind of come out of the garage, they're okay with the equipment that they have, but we want people to hear us and be like, oh man, they should be on tour with bands like Gojira, Anthrax, opening up. We don't want people to see us and think like, oh yeah, those guys just came out of the garage type stuff, you know?
But yeah, shout out to Mike for keeping us afloat. And also shout out to Noah, because he named the band Blood Brew. We had a much weaker name, which I won't say, before this. But then he joined up again. Yeah, he was like, Blood Brew.
Now, who does you guys' art design and logo and all that kind of stuff.
So we have two distinct logos. We have the word logo for our name.
Okay.
We have like an emblem logo basically. The knife that we have on our Instagram was designed by my girlfriend Clarissa Bourne. She's amazing. She's a great artist. And then our word logo was.
So the logo was designed by a guy on the scene. His name is Ryan Bartlett. He's worked with my other band Solar Haze. He's worked with bands like Tyrannus. They're a pretty big band on the local thrashing, but he designed this shirt too, you know?
Okay.
So it's like we like to work with people that are established and, you know, they're respected in whatever community that they're in.
Yeah.
We just really want to have like that professional sheen where people see it and they're like, yeah, that's a real band, that's a professional band type of deal.
You guys got merch?
We sold out.
Or is that coming?
We're sold out.
Oh, well, that's a good thing.
We sold sweatshirts, shirts, red and black.
Okay.
Patches and pins.
Hoodies.
Hats. The hoodies went out faster than the shirts did.
Really?
Yeah, they love the hoodies, yeah.
Okay. Well, you know, it's summertime now, so you're going to have to get some short sleeve shirts.
We also do want to give a shout out to Great Brain for being awesome and doing everything for our merch,
Shout out to Great Brain.
putting everything out, making killer deals, killer merch. They've definitely been instrumental when it comes to making merch and putting us out there. We've sold tons of shirts because of them. We actually had merch to sell. There's been a couple nights where we pick up merch same day of our show and then sell it out like 6 hours later. So without Great Brain, it wouldn't have happened that way.
So you guys are grinding, man. I mean, it sounds like things are really happening for you guys.
All I think about all day is the next Blood Group songs.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Just be careful signing a record contract. I don't think today in today's music world, record contracts are.
Yeah, it's definitely a slippery slope. If we get a deal that definitely makes sense, of course you got to take it. But right now, I think between Matt, Marcus, and Tim, and everybody else we're working with, I think we really all kind of have the resources to try to put it out ourselves.
Yeah,
we got a good team behind us. We got a couple other people behind the scenes that are working on some stuff for us. So once we get everything released, they're going to help us basically get out there. And I think that's the biggest part of the band is just grinding it out, making sure we sound good, making sure we play well, making sure everybody's tight, making sure we don't have any meltdowns before or after the show. So it's just, no matter what, I always tell these guys, like, hey man, if something goes wrong, we can always fix it. Worst case, I got backups, just give me a call and we'll fix no matter what goes on. We got enough to make sure that anybody we play with as well is taken care of. I think Mori tonight's using some of our gear. I just want to shout out to them. They're killing it. And I wanted to make sure that they have the stuff that they needed. Because that's important. Because we are supporting them. And whether that
means community, man. It's just like any other guitar, drums, media.
If they need drums, if they need guitars, if they need pedals, if they need amps, cats, cables, whatever they need, we'll get them all taken care of. And that's the biggest point that I want to make is going to every band that we play with and saying, hey, if you forgot something, we got it, we'll take care of you.
And you know what? A lot of bands, they're going to remember that. Because the thing is, if you're a cool band and they like what you did to help them out, not only you get more gigs, you get a good, because that's, you guys know, man, being in the band, personality.
Exactly.
Personality is like, you know.
I mean, the main concern is just having a good show.
We
can all help each other out to have a good show.
We're all there for the same reason.
But I know you guys are going to go see Mori. Mori's coming on, I don't know what, another 15, 20 minutes.
Real quick, shout out Mori, shout out drummer Faith, my girlfriend, keeps me inspired. Shout out to my brother Steven, lead guitarist and singer of Solar Haze, because I would not be here in Blood Group without him. So big shout out. Make sure you check them out too, because they're a brother band of ours. And you know, everyone's success in this scene is everyone else's success. So we have to support each other.
And again, a big shout out to Marcus and Matt. Marcus is in Mineral King. He's their drummer, and they're an awesome band. They do all the recording themselves and everything like that. So Casey, Marcus, all the guys in those bands are awesome. Matt, whether you need anybody to do any kind of rock, metal, jazz, or even R&B rap, that's more of what his game is. When it comes to vocals, he's just been killing it. And then Tim Geyser over there, just helping us with drums and everything. We have a lot of people behind us that are definitely behind the scenes doing the best that they can to make us sound as good as we do live. That's the goal, is that all of us sound great live and in studio. I just want to give them a shout out.
Shout out to beer to keep us hydrated.
Radiant.
beer.
Shout out Radiant for this show tonight, man. It was a lot of fun.
They're really. Everybody here is real professional. Everybody's real nice.
Yeah, this is my first time here, man.
They had it
I
all
was
set
talking
up for us, and I
to
just wanna-
Casey,
Yeah.
and she's like, you know, this is like they do like EMO stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But this is she wanted to test the whole metal stuff.
Right.
I go, you may have some marshers. I don't, we'll see.
Yeah, it's a pretty good
But
turnout.
I don't know if they can do marsh pits on that concrete, man. That'd be too. That'll be too bad. They would have to put something down on that.
That's not good. That's a metal scene. Again, I'm Mike.
I'm Noah.
Gabe.
Ryan.
Blood Groove.
You guys been listening to Blood Groove, man. Thanks for coming on Power and Pounders.
Yeah.
And we hope we get this stuff out pretty soon. So
Thanks for having us.
you guys keep rocking, man.
Thank you very much.
All right.